My first Quadtrac was the second year they came out with them. And I think I've owned about 7 roughly since. I think I'm on about my 7th Quadtrac.
And talk to us about your evolution in thinking, of switching from wheel tractors to Quadtrac, and how you feel about Quadtrac versus a wheel tractor or a 2-track tractor like Cat or Deere.
The biggest reason that started me thinking on a track tractor is I pull a SDX no-till drill. So wheel tracks in our soil is something we always kind of fight with in our heavy black soil. So that automatically was going to eliminate a lot of my wheel track problems. That was the first thing that's made me go to tracks. Before we bought a Quadtrac, I tried a Cat 2-track. And I made 2 rounds with it. We were chisel plowing. I made 2 rounds. My hired man made 2 rounds. A neighbor came over, so I made 1 more round with him. And I told the dealer, I said, you might as well take it back, because I feel guilty if I just put more hours on this tractor. I just was not happy with it at all. And that was the first track tractor I'd ever ran. I had not ran a Quadtrac at that time. So we did that test, and then Farm Power at the time brought out a Quadtrac, and we got to use that for a day or so, and that right there, the decision was done. It was just, you just loved running that tractor. So we bought one that fall and have had them ever since, and unless something major changes, I can't imagine what. I'll always stay with a Quadtrac. I just like the tracks for the compaction, the ride in the field. And I did get another test tractor last fall. It was a Tier 3 model, but it had the new suspended cab on it, on a Quadtrac. So I got to experience that, and that is a very nice suspension. It doesn't matter so much in the field, but going down rough roads or headlands across ripped fields, that suspension really works good. So on top of the new models in the Tier 4, we have a suspended cab, which is standard on the Quadtracs and I believe optional on the wheel tractors.
Nicer, right? Go back to what you saw in that first experience that convinced you that a Quadtrac was significantly different than the 2-track tractor.
The first thing I saw, we were chisel plowing and we had a berm on one end of the field. And on a chisel plow, they want you to run the drawbar in a swinging configuration. And we would turn the corner on that berm, and that chisel plow would take off and just slam the back of the tractor every round. You know, not a big deal, but I mean, you notice it. And the next thing, the steering, it was just kind of herky-jerky, you know, with the 2-track system. You know, there's some getting used to it steering a 2-track tractor, which I'm sure you pick up, but that's different. And then compaction, you know, if the tractor's not balanced correctly, you'll have a problem with compaction. You know, if it's not balanced front to back, you're either going to be nose heavy, or if you're light on the nose, you're going to want to pick the nose up, and the rear tracks are going to be doing a lot of compacting. So I didn't think I gained much in compaction, just smaller tracks. Now the Quadtrac, the way that's designed, you know, the tracks are flat on the ground all the time. And I could see less compaction with the Quadtrac than with the 2-track.